welcome to the Bel-E Scratch podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
And I am your co-host, Scratch.
And today, oh boy, I have a story.
A snorri.
A story.
A story.
Maybe a little bit of a snorri, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Alright, so this past week was the okay, let's not mince words about this. The weed-related holiday of 420.
Yeah,
April 20th.
Yeah.
Which,
for you uncool people.
Yeah, for the uncool people in the peanut gallery, 420, the numerals 420, when used in combination with each other. I don't know how this got started. I don't know where the source of it was.
Oh, I do.
Okay, why 420?
It's the police code
for marijuana possession?
Marijuana possession.
Okay, the reason... No,
like
I knew...
187 is murder.
Okay.
420 is weed.
Okay. The reason I say that is I know it was police code. I just don't know which area of the world that it was 420. I don't know if it's just the North America.
Yeah, it had to be California.
It has to be, because I don't know if it's like America, like the police force across North America is unified, like they all have the same codes
I think it was.
terms, you know?
Now, obviously, the police in this country started in the Northeast, mainly New York.
Correct.
The biggest city in the North.
Yeah.
On the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
slowly migrated out.
Slowly migrated west.
You know, the ramifications of which we're not going to go into this episode.
No, manifest destiny.
Yeah, let's not. Because anyway.
Anyway.
So, I don't know which area of police force started the 420 bullshit, but it is caught like wildfire to the point where it's basically a huge fucking meme on the internet.
Well, you know.
You see Reddit users with handles like Hotbox 420, and they're making all these Reddit posts on r/trees.
They're so trendy.
Indeed. So, got nothing against it.
No.
But that's just what it was.
That's what it is.
And so, obviously, the closest association people are going to figure out for 420 is April 20th. And decided to make it in a...
Yeah, because April's like a boring month.
Yeah, let's be honest, April is a boring month.
It is a boring month.
It's like in between when spring is supposed to start, at least on our end of the world, and it's just before summer when really interesting shit happens, you see?
Right.
Make sense?
And, it's the whole... It's the one non-drinking holiday. Except unless you're Catholic.
Well, that's Lent, but Lent, Lent is basically just, oh, hey, I'm just not going to drink soda for
Easter.
And Easter, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, they're not supplementing it with anything else. It's just no drinking, no partying per se.
No, it's actually it's a little more simple than that.
How so?
It's just one thing.
One thing.
Pick one thing. It could be
soda.
It could be soda.
Could be soda.
It could be, it's just one,
Could be drugs.
Definitely drugs
Some
are usually
people will
I would imagine that mind-altering substances are usually involved in that sort of thing. But it's just pick one thing.
Pick one thing.
And you know what? Once again, we go back to the practical application of these types of things, okay? It doesn't necessarily have anything to do, it's just like taking one day off a week.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to give yourself a break from whatever this thing you're giving up for Lent is.
If you can't see the smartness
of breaking a habit like that,
or abstaining from something for a period of time,
because I have notoriously said in conjunction with weed legalization is my stance on it is yes, legalize it for medical use first. Because that way it's regulated to an extent. And I have famously said to a lot of folks when we're in discussion of this is humans are notoriously bad at self-control. Notoriously bad. It's not,
remember,
Colorado where they just opened the fucking floodgates and said, you know what? Have all of your MJ and then some. And now, you hear some stupid shit, like big stupid shit come out of Colorado every now and again. Because that's what happens.
It was just like vaping. Vaping was pushed. It was pushed.
To try to kill the tobacco industry.
As an alternative to tobacco
And
now it's, you know.
And if you get like...
Because people are like, hey, this must be safe now.
No, it isn't.
No, I mean, it is just like anything else.
Yes. Consuming to excess is not a good thing.
Yeah, I don't care what it is. Okay,
exactly.
people that work out too much end up doing damage to their body, and a lot of athletes die, that sort of thing. I mean,
I've seen it up close. Not as dramatic as death, but definitely like, hey, can you like just go back to sleep? Can you stop working on your... I'm not going to call out one of my clients or former clients or whatever the hell they are, but...
Yeah, but I mean...
It's like, can you just stop working on your car for 5 fucking minutes, go take a nap, you idiot?
Yeah.
That's why I had to tell him for like 2 weeks in a row when he would keep showing up sleep deprived, but he still wanted to work out.
Obsessive behavior is obsessive behavior.
Yes.
It doesn't,
I can't fix that.
No.
But
that's a human dynamic,
yes.
But anyway, that's a...
So that's kind of my stance on it, is do medical first... and stick with that for several years. Just get people accustomed to it. Before you just haul off and go like, hey, we just opened up a dispensary store, a whole ass store, you know. But anyway, So the reason why am I talking about 420? Some people may be asking.
420.
Yeah. What happened on this past 420? Well, aside from the 3 car wrecks on the way to work in the morning that I experienced, going, God damn it, these people can't hold their pipe.
Wake and bake.
Yeah, I had to teach one of my clients the term wake and bake. She was like an old 70s flower child, and she was asking like, "What the hell's going on today? Why are there so many wrecks?" I said,
"In my day, we used to smoke battleship rope."
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, no, cool. I'm not saying she's from the same era as Willie Nelson, but she's fucking close. So I had to explain to her. She was like, she caught 5 wrecks before she came to see me, and
really,
yeah.
You mean between the two of you?
Between the two of you, I got
witnessed
3
8 car accidents.
Yes, and I told her,
on 420.
On 420.
Oh my god!
And I had to explain to her.
See
what wake and bake.
It isn't even legal here.
Yes.
Oh my god!
See what I mean?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, guys, calm the fuck on.
Really?
Like, you're not setting up a good example. Like, you have 8 total wrecks in the early mornings on 420 when it's not even legal here.
It's not even legal here, man.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, that's a good example right there,
well,
you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had to explain to one of my elderly clients the new term for waking up and getting stoned was wake and bake.
Right.
She laughed her ass off because she gets it.
Sure. Okay.
You know, she gets it. And I said, that's what the new term is. I don't know what you want from me. That is probably what happened.
Yeah, I didn't make it up.
Yeah, I didn't make this shit up.
I don't have to.
I don't have to. The internet does it for me. So...
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't come on here to talk about all the wrecks I had. You know, this isn't an anti-drug campaign or anything like that.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah,
now.
Cat's out of the bag.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Like, in what form or fashion it's coming whether we support it or not.
Yeah, there's too much money to be made for it, and I'm going to tell you,
here's the thing. We're going into the financial toilet regardless.
Here we go.
And the government is gearing up to be like, you know what? Fuck all these unions, fuck all these pushers that say no.
Yeah.
Fuck big pharma. We need tax revenue.
We need revenue, and
and guess what? Potheads got money.
We'll legalize you selling your grandmother for a nickel.
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
And that's exactly what's happened. That's what California did. They said basically, oh, hey, we need the tax revenue. Let's quote unquote legalize it.
Yeah, let's legalize it because here's the thing. I have seen. There's a particular YouTube channel that I've subscribed to just out of pure curiosity.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel is called That High Couple. This couple out in LA, and their entire channel is...
God.
Yes. Dumb as fuck, but you know what? It's kind of a good glance into...
They're probably paying their rent from...
They are. Like, seriously, you've seen these YouTube channels where all they do is just open up loot boxes and mystery prize boxes, and that's their entire fucking channel. They pay their mortgage just on unboxing videos. Those are a thing.
What?
Yes.
Oh, we can't have that conversation.
I know. They do that. Yeah.
I'm too old to deal with that.
No, I get it. But they pay their rent by opening up, like, stuff like that, but it's MJ related. And I'm not talking about, like, utensils or accessories.
Wait. Please tell me.
Yes?
Are they wearing weed T-shirts with, like, weed flags in the background? And I mean, are they
They're not dressed as Rastafarians, but there is, like, 2 or 3 weed-related items on set at all times.
Do they work, like,
they're not...
Like weed... references and
no, they're not making puns.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing.
Really?
Here's the thing. They're in LA, so they don't have to be coy or hide behind euphemisms. They can just come out and say.
That's just not interesting.
I find it interesting just because they can open a fucking loot box with actual flour in it and just talk about it like it's a normal Tuesday afternoon. They're like talking about the weather.
Oh, I got it.
That's why it's interesting to me.
That's why people watch the stupid Kardashians.
Exactly. It's like they have no idea what that lifestyle is, and they just kind of want to peer into it.
Enough to make people billionaires.
Exactly.
Oh.
No,
we're so sad as a race. I cannot believe people beat their mind on. I mean, and I have no person to point a finger.
That's called being an influencer, first of all.
But
so, hey, I
watching
like
people walk around in clothes.
No, they're not wearing the clothes.
I mean, let them fight to the death. I mean, I think that, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
I don't know. So, that's that YouTube channel. But the reason I want to talk about it is because I was very interested. There is like a local, I don't even know what the hell to call them. There's basically like a local get-together joint in town. Or just outside.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's where we went to go see Rocky
Horror.
Yeah, it's technically a shop, but they do other stuff too, like have outdoor markets, movie nights, parties at that space.
It used to be called Counterculture.
Yeah.
But it's not Counterculture anymore.
Technically, it is. It's not called Counterculture, but it's relatively the same concept. It's just under different management.
Yeah, sure. They just throw plays with bad directing.
Don't you diss Rocky Horror Picture Show? Fuck you, man. Anyway. So they were having a movie night on 420, and the movie they picked.
Dun dun dun!
Was The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
I'm gonna be honest. I had never seen The Big Lebowski before that night, so I figured, you know what? They're not doing anything like Rocky Horror. Like, it's not a shadow cast. We are literally just getting, paying like a $10 fee, which is actually pretty cheap as far as the movie is concerned.
That is very true.
Like, free popcorn, free candy. They had a Caucasian making station, because that's what the dude drinks all the fucking time, is either White Russians or Caucasian mixed drinks. They had a station where you just make that shit.
Smell the lack of equanimity.
Exactly. We all sat down in like our mismatched chairs. Now here's the thing. This place has like church pews. It has like old vintage chairs and couches and love seats.
Which is basically junk they just pulled out of the dumpsters. And
so what?
No, I
I love shit like that.
It's eclectic.
It's eclectic.
I do too.
So, it's not exactly a movie theater experience.
I've dumpster dived.
Yeah, they have it rear projected on their biggest wall. They like turn all the aesthetic TVs off, which you know what I'm talking about, but the aesthetic TVs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think some of the tea leaves leaked into the pot.
That's
okay. Just be careful.
No worries. Excuse me.
So.
Sorry.
That's okay. So, I get there. I just got there from work. They have like a little costume contest, but it really wasn't a costume contest because everybody except for me showed up as a character in the movie. Yeah. Except I still got points because I showed up in what I have termed my weed hoodie. It's a baja. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the official name, I think, is called baja, but I call it the weed hoodie because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, if you're wearing one, people are going to come up to you and go,
hey. You carrying?
Nugget?
Yeah, nugs. You got some nugs?
Nugs.
Yeah, exactly. Hasn't happened to me yet, but
it will.
That day will come. Don't worry.
I with having long hair, there's people that walked up to me on the street and asked me if I could get them some drugs. I'm like, what?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude.
It's broad daylight.
Broad daylight. I don't know you, man.
Yeah, here's the thing. If someone came up to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm somehow out past midnight, I usually don't.
I would be like,
I'd be like, you know what? It's not me, but I understand.
Yeah.
But if it's like 12 o'clock lunch,
12 o'clock lunch.
You just got off of work, you're about to head to lunch, and you think to yourself, you know what would really hit the spot right now after lunch? Like, just really make my day on this Wednesday. Just kind of get me through the week. I need to treat myself. I'm going to get some Coke. Just do a line of Coke Wednesday at lunch with my pals. It'll just get me right through the week. I'm going to treat myself. Then it's like, hey, buddy, I think you have a problem.
A Johnny Depp meal condiment.
Hey. Don't you fucking start. I do not want to get wrapped up in any of that.
I know, it's a...
whatever is happening is a guy. Sorry, I don't want to like cuss that bad, but it is a disgrace. What the fuck is happening? It's
made for some interesting reading. But anyway,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I know. It's like, hey man, there's a Chick-fil-A right over there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, hey, easy.
Hey man, you got any? What? Snot? Yeah, dude, I got plenty of snot. Hang on.
It's called mucus.
Oh, dude.
Open your mouth.
I'm about to cut a guy. I don't want to get into that, but it was like, hey man, can you get? I'm like, dude, I don't know you.
Dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You. I don't know anybody that knows you.
Who the fuck are you?
Get away from me.
Yeah, I'm not a plug.
Clown.
Yeah, I already made that promise. To you that I would never become a drug dealer, and I'm not going to start.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, they had a movie night of The Big Lebowski on 420 at this space. I'm just going to call it a space, because I don't know how the fuck to classify
no, that's great.
it as.
Yeah, that's technically what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it safe? We don't know.
No, it's a...
Space. I like space.
Technically yes, but also fuck that place. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what else to call it because they do kind of do whatever the hell they want there. It's typically a shop, but they run like
legal.
Yeah, legal. Everything's legal. They own the building.
Legal enough.
Legal enough.
Yeah.
So they kind of just do whatever they want. It's just a venue space. Shopping space.
It's like and having lived in this community for as long as I have, it is right down the. It is gentrification at its purest artistic form.
Indeed, which is the only reason.
Because it used to be a very heavy, very dangerous area.
Oh, I know. If it was not gentrified the way that it is, I wouldn't even go over there. No, you wouldn't. So.
Because when I was your age, it was a rough place.
Oh, yeah.
It was a rough area.
It's still kind of rough, but not that rough.
Yeah.
Just a little
There's enough white people with money there that bring the cops if somebody makes a phone call.
But it's still kind of rough.
I don't make the rules. People don't get mad at me.
No, I get it. It's basically where the poor upper class people go.
Yeah.
Because rent is expensive, but anyway.
And it's a neat little hideaway kind of.
Oh, I love it.
It is.
I love it whenever they have shit going on there. Because maybe they don't have stuff going on every week, but but if it's like, hey, it's like Friday and I'm bored, and let's go to a variety show. I thought their production of Rocky Horror.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was worth the money. Worth getting up and going, and I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. A little breath of fresh air.
Oh, yeah.
Sure,
something
it was
different.
nice. It was something different. It was cool.
I liked it.
Yeah.
So, they had The Big Lebowski. I had never watched it before. There was, no Rocky...
Did you tell me you were going? Because if you did, I don't remember.
I did. You were not happy, but you were not disappointed.
No.
But I was like, you know what? I know. I get it.
There's really no way to prepare
for whatever the fuck I just watched. Because we're getting into that.
Well, it has a lot to do with the equipment that you're born with.
Yes, I very clearly. Here's the thing. Now I'm coming,
and I don't know why.
No. Here's the thing. I'm gonna come to you, listeners. I'm gonna say something. I am a fan of Quentin Tarantino. I am a fan of video games, specifically RPGs, stuff like Oblivion, Skyrim,
sure,
so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I like to train people. I'm just listing all of these stereotypically masculine things that I still enjoy, despite being, not like Quentin Tarantino.
You have...
I like Pulp Fiction. I like Kill Bill. Have not seen The Hateful Eight. Django was really good.
The Hateful Eight, you're not missing anything.
No, I know.
If you never see it, you won't.
No, I get it.
It's...
I just never heard good things about The Hateful Eight. I saw like the first 30 minutes of Reservoir Dogs, and then I got distracted.
Right.
I wasn't bored. I was like in the middle of college, and I really had other stuff to do.
Yeah, and that merry-go-round horse hadn't come back around yet.
Exactly.
It may.
So,
I'm like that too. There are things in my life that I'm in. It's like watching a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
It's like I really want to ride that red horse right there,
Mm-hmm.
and I ride it, and then I get off, and then it's like do 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 do, and then I see it go around the corner and disappear. And I may be ready, or I don't know how long it's going to be till it comes back around.
But it will come back around.
But it will come back around, and I'll get back on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I understand it.
Oh, yeah.
Being wired that way, I understand it completely, but that's just
how it is.
That's just how it is.
So, I do not like the Big Lebowski. Here's the thing. Yes, I know it has to do with the fact that I'm a chick. It has to. Because tell me your experience about this before I get into mine.
I mean, I heard about it, and Jeff Bridges is an actor.
He was good.
That I really enjoy.
I like Jeff Bridges in this. He did a fantastic job.
I think
I have no problems with the dude.
I have been a big fan of John Goodman since he was the coach in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes, he also did a good job before I.
It's been a really long time since he missed a meal.
Yes.
But, when I watched it...
Steve Buscemi was fine for whatever the fuck they gave him.
And the guy... What's the guy that's the bowler dude?
The guy in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, he was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou.
Yeah.
John Turturro.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I love his stuff, too.
He was good, despite how fucked up the character was.
Yeah. And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's
here's the thing: the movie. I don't hate the movie.
No,
it's an okay movie.
It is.
There was very little things that I was just like. There was very little things about the Big Lebowski where it's like, that was too much.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see it again.
It did have a pulpy comic kind of feel
very
to it,
pulpy. But here's the thing, I don't mind that. I love shit like that. Quentin Tarantino, The Boys.
Yeah.
I like Pulp Fiction type stuff. The Reanimator, which is technically H.P. Lovecraft.
Wow.
Yeah. The first Animator. Only the first Animator. Yeah. I know, just the first Reanimator. The second one was dumb, and the third was dumber.
I can't even fit that into my head. But anyway.
I only watched it for Jeffrey Combs, and that was it.
True. But as a guy...
Yes.
At the Big Lebowski, I kept tripping over people. They would use... Well...
They would say the dude's catchphrases.
Yeah, the dude abides.
Yeah.
The dude abides.
Or honestly, my favorite one is, that's like your opinion, man. Because I've used that.
Right.
I use that from a day-to-day basis.
You know what? He's almost like a hippie Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Where life just
life happens to him.
He's just that feather on the wind, or the leaf on the wind. Which, here's the thing,
I can respect that.
And I can too.
I want that to be my life.
But
I'm striving hard for that to be my life.
Absolutely.
But I can't allow that part of me that says I have to be financially responsible for everything that I do to let me just be that feather on the wind.
Right.
Meaning
just being wired that way.
Yeah, I can only personally have that level of freedom if I have some sort of monetary value to back up what I'm doing.
Right.
Pay for gas and food and just let me roll in like a car or an RV.
I think that's a level of life application that all people really want.
Yeah, they want that freedom.
They want that freedom.
Freedom, but communal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but then I kept running into it, and kept running into, some people I know and some friends from my past.
Yes.
They're really big into the Big Lebowski.
Yes.
It's not one of those films that when I see people that become one of the film's disciples.
Yeah.
It's not that I see them any less, because there are films where people are fanboys, fangirls, one of the film's disciples, and they love it so much. I just like, okay.
I thought
you are not invited to my bar mitzvah.
Exactly.
But. So I never really had a negative connotation or a negative association with people who were that much into the Big Lebowski, but I never understood why it appealed to them on that level. I mean, it was
started a fucking religion.
Exactly. It's
seriously, that is not a joke. Look up Dudeism, the Church of Dudeism.
Dudeism.
Yes, the Church of Dudeism. That is not a fucking joke. There is actual footage, this was like the 15th or 20th anniversary of the Big Lebowski. They got Jeff Bridges dressed up as the dude.
Really?
And he went to the actual fucking building where they have Dudeism.
Were they clapping?
Yes.
I don't know how they did it with only one hand up in the air.
Exactly. Jeff Bridges just as the dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah, don't do that.
Sorry. Hey.
Jesus. Yeah.
All right.
The actual dude shows up to the Church of Dudeism, and everyone loses their fucking mind.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's like it's like if Jesus decided to visit the St. Paul Cathedral.
Yeah.
There would be actually it would be slightly different, but in my opinion, but still.
It's like we were standing in line for the very first Avengers movie. I told you, I said there are grown men in this line crying. I'm telling you.
They have waited for this moment for their entire lives. Yes.
Yeah.
So I see the movie. And I'm watching it, and here's the thing. I know this movie is spawned a church, or at least a school of philosophy.
I think the pacing's off.
The pacing is off, because it's complex. It's complex, but it's boring.
Yeah.
It's like all of these, it's like somebody gets kidnapped, there's like a drop-off, and then there's there's like a double cross and a triple cross and a quadruple cross, and then the dude's car gets set on fire, and Steve Buscemi's dead.
And then there's this chick that's interjecting this line of dialogue. It's like,
who the fuck are you?
Do I have to listen to this the whole film? Really?
Yeah. Then there's this super artistic autistic
that might be
chick.
it right there.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not saying she doesn't. Here's the thing: she doesn't not fit, but I think she just gets a little too much screen time. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, she doesn't not fit because it's LA.
Right.
Tacos are always better in LA.
LA. Yeah, whatever.
So, that's not out of bounds. But the whole movie, and Sam Elliott shows up because, I don't know.
Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? I'm not gonna lie, he was really cute. He was really cute in the movie with a cowboy hat on. I was just staring at him, and it was like, it's like you're watching a train wreck, and then all of a sudden you get turned around 180, and there's like a blank wall, like a complete reset of whatever the fuck you've been watching. And I just stared at Sam Elliott going, oh my God, something normal. Sam Elliott dressed as a cowboy.
Sam Elliott in a cowboy hat.
Okay, back to the movie.
Here's a towel for your drool.
Exactly. So, the main thing that I was disappointed in is I was waiting for, like I said, I knew this spawned a church, so I was expecting, the dude to drop, some really, maybe not deep philosophical advice, nothing complex.
But something in the neighborhood.
I was waiting for the dude's sermon on the mound, so to speak.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was waiting for that, not to get blasphemous.
No.
But I was waiting for Jeff Bridges to straight up go into whatever his character's version of the Sermon on the Mount to be.
Dagny Taggart.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that was what I was waiting for. The whole movie, for him to just kind of either talk to Walter or Steve Buscemi's character who fucking dies, which I'll get into that later. So,
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So, I was just waiting for him to just, like, there's some dust, like, I don't know, so there's, like, some dust up at the bowling alley, like, between his team and the others. You know, Walter's going out the fucking deep end for the 80th time in the movie. Yeah. Jesus Christ. And he's just, like, you know, goes into some, like, weird pseudo-Buddhism, Christian hippie, peaceful shit. Right. And I go, that's what the Church of Dudism was based off of, right there. That's their ethos. That never happens.
Yeah, but no. It's a robe.
It's a robe. He doesn't shave. He doesn't really wash.
A glass with ice.
And that's it. And I went, because here's the thing. My entire life before watching The Big Lebowski, I had always had that moment in my head where, you know, something, you know, if, you know, to spawn a church. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying that the dude is a saint or was a saint or whatever. Right. But I was just waiting for, like, where is the root of this? Because then it takes the dude from being Jesus mixed with Zen Buddhism to just being some fucking guy.
Just some guy.
There's some fucking guy who doesn't, who lives life at the barest minimum, doesn't ask more than what he's been given. Because all this, he just wants a rug. They had him confused with somebody else. They pissed on his rug, and so he goes to the guy that he shares his name with and said, they thought I was you, so can you just pay for the dry cleaning on my rug? That was it! Yeah. And then everything after that was just the guy he shares his name with being like, oh, let's set him up as a patsy. He's just some fucking loser, and that's the whole movie. Yeah. The dude is technically incidental to the plot.
What year did that come out?
Like 96?
You know, it may have something to do with the timing of its release. It has to be. You know, we were in between two cultures transitioning.
I'm looking it up. Sure, maybe, because...
No, I'm not. I mean, I know I'm reaching. I am absolutely spitballing here. But, you know, it's like... and I'm telling you right now, I got friends that if they heard this podcast and one of them will... Hey, buddy.
You're going to send this to that dude, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool.
You know, and, you know...
98.
98.
Okay, there we go.
So, I
don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't have a negative association with it. It was it.
No, honestly, here's the things that I had the issue
where you know the whole
I don't know, maybe
movement comes from.
That part that I don't get. Well,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I get it's a cult hit. I get that, but the church part is what confuses me. There are some parts of the movie that I feel like don't work.
Yes.
Because, like, for example, again, I don't have a problem with the dude, you know. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem watching a shiftless possible moron go out throughout his life.
Yeah.
You know, but here's the thing. He, you know, kind of like the Forrest Gump analogy, except the dude is not slow or special, as they want to say nowadays. Forrest Gump was. He was not some shiftless moron who had zero ambitions. He is literally... There's a reason why Forrest Gump works and The Big Lebowski doesn't. Yeah. Is Forrest literally encapsulates that ideology of just a feather on the wind, going where the breeze takes you, and just...
It's a little more centric to the character.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot more centric, because he's not, like, in his mom's basement, and all of a sudden he's pulled out of the basement. Right. No, he just, you know, he's presented with an opportunity, and he just says yes, and he just goes with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually, you know, and The Big Lebowski, like, the dude... He is in control of his actions. Yeah. He chooses to, you know, live at the barest minimum, to have no ambitions. And
what if he looked at the rug and just went,
Fuck it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can get another one.
I mean, the whole thing... I mean, what happened in Forrest Gump, it was like he really didn't have any control.
Yeah, he just, he just kept finding opportunity.
Just went where the wind blew.
Yeah, that's
He didn't come
to
a crossroads and make a decision. Not really.
Not really.
But the Big Lebowski, he came to it and went. He just went, okay, well...
Yeah, he could have just said, fuck it.
My rug, man.
Yeah, he could have just said, fuck it, gone to, like, Walmart, paid $20 for a rug, and called it a night.
Called it a day.
Yeah, called it a day. He's back at bowling. None of the movie would have happened.
So...
that's one thing that I didn't really care for. So, another thing I definitely didn't care for... Look, I love John Goodman. I do. I think he is a great actor.
I do, too. I do,
too. Maybe it's just this has to be a generational thing because look, I get he's a Vietnam vet.
I'm gonna tell you something,
but I
have met people just like him.
Yes, I believe you. No. I'm not saying it isn't an accurate portrayal. I'm just saying I know.
Just like him.
I get why Walter is basically a foil to the dude.
Yeah,
the dude
absolutely.
is just like let it go. Life moves on. So on and so forth. Just let it go. Despite the fact he still wants his fucking rug. Right, so that's not very let it go of you, dude. But
that's
anyway.
That's a good point.
So I'm not trying to cause a flame war. I'm just asking questions.
You may have defanged the entire process. Thank you very much.
Okay. Anyway, so I get that they have to have some kind of foil between the dude who's just very passive.
A little balance.
Yeah.
Well.
And no, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
But and I get that Walter, being an ex-Vietnam vet, has issues because they didn't treat that shit right back then. Still haven't.
No, they still haven't.
Still haven't, which is a travesty.
As a matter of fact, my buddy I'm talking about that was a big fan of the Big Lebowski. He's a veteran.
Oh, so he gets it.
And I don't know. We haven't talked on that level, but I get the impression that he's got some really bad issues based on combat.
No. I'm not gonna ask.
And he's the sweetest guy.
Okay, good.
He's not a raging asshole like me. I mean, he is a sweet.
No. Here's the thing: people like that,
and
for veterans, I don't. Damage. Yeah, no, I get it. No, I'm not trying to insult people.
No,
I'm not trying to insult. No. And there's certain questions I don't ask.
Right.
I'm just saying, in terms of writing for the Big Lebowski, it's not a good balance. I get why those two characters are put in the same rooms with each other, but again, just like if the dude said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just get a $20 rug from Walmart. I feel like the dude would have been better off if he never made friends with Walter. Because Walter is basically one of the primary modes of how the dude's life just gets fucked up. Because obviously Walter has not dealt with what happened to him and his comrades.
And it's very dysfunctional.
It's very dysfunctional.
How it shows itself.
Yes. So theoretically, the dude would not be friends with him.
I know, but it's interesting how those people find each other.
It is. I have seen it happen in real life, where the really mellow person is friends with the really not mellow person.
Not mellow person.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they...
I mean, you are a product of that.
I get it. Sometimes it's
when I met
versus...
the matriarch, I was absolutely externally out of my mind.
I get it.
And she was absolutely internally out of her mind, and we found each other. But anyway, I know what you're saying.
I have said numerous times, it is honestly amazing how well-adjusted me and the bro are. It's not a slam against anyone. No. It's just a statement. So I thought Walter was just... That was like, okay, look, theoretically the dude would not be friends with you, so if the dude just said, you know what, fuck you, man, you destroyed my car, you fucked up my life, go away, then the movie would be over right there. Steve Buscemi's character was fine. They basically kill him in the end, and I'm like, wait, what? What?
I don't know if that was the original ending.
I don't know either. I felt like I was missing... Yeah, like the way the Big Lebowski ended, it's like, okay, they have
I definitely think there was a rewrite.
There had to have been a rewrite because it was just getting so complex.
It's like what's killed the last 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it just kind of worked itself out in a weird way that's not congruent with the rest of the movie.
Well, they turned it into a popularity contest.
Yeah, exactly.
Write a good story.
Yes.
Make a good story.
Do that first. Yeah.
And everything else will work out.
So
when you start tinkering with it,
that's when the problem.
That's when the problems come. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. So I think Steve Buscemi's character, like they didn't foreshadow that he had heart problems. Not that I saw.
Yeah.
You know, the one
It's been a while since I've seen this. I sure can comment on
so the one foreshadowing we get is that, you know, Steve Buscemi's character, he like just you know, oh God, it's been years since I've gone bowling. Where he bowls and knocks all the pins down. A strike, yeah. He bowls strike after strike after strike. But towards the end of the movie, I don't know what the term is for when you bowl every pin except for one, but he does that, and he looks confused. Like, wait, that's not supposed to happen.
Right.
And then, like, 10 minutes later, after the dude's car gets set on fire by the German guys, and they have to beat the shit out of them, he goes and has a heart attack
Spoiler
and dies. Release his ashes from a fucking coffee can because they don't want to pay $180 for a fancy urn anyway, which I get.
Container's a container.
Yeah, container's a container. And if you're just going to spread the ashes, go ahead and put them in a coffee can.
Yeah, there's no honoring somebody blowing money
after they're dead.
That's just being wasteful.
Yeah, that is being wasteful.
What are you going to use the damn thing for after you spread their ashes?
Spittoon.
A spittoon?
Yeah.
Ashtray?
Uh-huh.
No pun intended.
Whatever.
So
and then and then
Folger's coffee can is fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what it was. So and then Walter and the dude go back to the bowling team and do their thing, and then Sam Elliott caps everything off.
No.
Like he wraps up the plot, and I'm just like, wait a fucking minute, like, okay. What happened?
He definitely looks like an add-on.
Oh, he looks like he was definitely an add-on because he shows up. Here's the thing: it's fine him being the narrator. Yeah. The fact he just shows up is like, wait, what the fuck?
What are you? What are you, God?
Yeah, are you God? Never know. I don't know.
But these people aren't dressing like Sam Elliott.
No, they're dressing like the dude.
In Church of Dudism.
I get it. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I didn't care for The Big Lebowski. It was too complex for its means. There is no ethos besides just let it go and just let life be, which even then, you gotta supplement that with some extra fluff, which the movie didn't really have.
No.
Walter, in my opinion, was way too out of control for the dude to logically be friends with.
Yeah.
The daughter of the Big Lebowski, the rich Lebowski, was probably given a little too much screen time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The weird kidnapping plot of, she kidnapped herself. Oh, actually, they caught her toe as a threat. Oh, no, actually, she's fine. They're trying to like steal $1 million from the Big Lebowski, which he doesn't have. Which he doesn't have. Right. Everyone's double-crossing the other person. It's just one big racket the dude just fell and just got involved in, and that was it. And I'm like, wait, what? And then it just led me back to the whole thing of, so if the dude just said, fuck it with the carpet, this movie would not have happened, is what you're telling me.
Basically.
And then I went, for a 420 movie night pick, this was very mishandled.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And it wasn't even a weed movie.
It wasn't even a weed movie. That's what I was expecting.
We spoke about that.
No, I'm about to get into that. Here's the thing. I also went in with the expectation that it was going to be a weed movie because, look, if you're going to pick a movie night for 420, it's going to have to be a weed movie. Apparently not. Apparently fucking not. No, if you're going to, and I mentioned this earlier, and I said, if it wasn't fashionable to hate on Dave Chappelle,
right.
I can almost guarantee you that instead of The Big Lebowski, they would have played Half-Baked instead.
it definitely went a little higher on my depth chart. Okay.
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know if they could have gotten away because I don't know if they could have gotten.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they could have gotten away with it because somewhere towards the end of the movie,
even a movie like Wayne's World, everybody appears
high. Yes.
Okay.
No, that's cool.
Even though they don't bring it out in the open,
no,
but everybody,
but you can kind of tell.
Dudes living in their parents' basements. Yeah. But anyway.
So, no, I mean, out of the options, you had, like, let's see, out of, like, the popular weed movies, there's, like, whatever the fuck Cheech and Chong did.
Cheech and Chong. Which I can tell you, living through as a kid in the 70s was a pain in the ass.
I believe
because everybody who thought they were cool would throw these Cheech and Chong lines out at you, and it was just like, you don't smoke weed.
You just think you're cool.
We're in the 6th fucking grade, man.
Yeah, that's called.
Okay.
Yeah, that's called pop culture. So.
Yeah.
So there's like the Cheech and Chong movies. There's Half Baked. Wayne's World would be a good contender.
Sure.
What's that Wayans Brothers movie?
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? One?
Yeah, any of their stuff.
Yeah, most of their early stuff, I should say.
Stuff. Yeah, definitely the early stuff,
yeah. Yeah, there's that. There's those. I think last Friday, if I remember correctly, it had
anything with Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker and Ice Cube was in that. That was pretty good. I thought that was really good. There's an indie movie. Pineapple Express.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to, just because I'm curious.
Anything with Seth Rogen and James.
Yeah, James Franco. All right, look, I hate James Franco just based on principle because I think he's an asshole. And I hate Seth Rogen because, A, he's a child of nepotism and I hate that shit. And 2, I still have not forgiven him. I have not forgiven him for downvoting Jimmy Carr out of the roast battle in season 1.
And the Green Hornet.
And the Green Hornet. Man, fuck you, Seth Rogen, for the Green Hornet.
Seth Rogen, the fact that you have not committed Harry Carey yet is beyond me for Green Hornet.
Jesus.
That
right there is my
monumental travesty.
Yeah, that right there told me that he was a child of nepotism because if he was not a child of nepotism / had any success previously, that project would not have gotten off the fucking ground.
It could be a candidate for a 420 movie because how high do you have to be to cast Seth Rogen as the main character in Green Hornet?
You have to be so high, you gotta high-five Jesus. You got to be so high that you accidentally walk in on the Joe Rogan podcast where he's talking to Jesus. That is how high you got to be to enjoy the Green Hornet.
I got really high this past week. Even shared some concern that he may have gotten too high.
Oh.
Now think about that.
Wait, what?
Some stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Joe Rogan actually suggested he may have gotten too high this past week. Now,
good for him.
Anyway,
so.
But
what are some other like good? I remember what I was trying to talk about. I recently there's this one movie that caught my attention. It's like this. It's like an indie weed movie from like 2007. It's called Smiley Face. It has Anna Faris in it. I watched like the first 10.
I don't know any of that.
No. It's.
Weeds, the television show.
Yes.
The cable television show Weeds.
The movie Smiley Face, I watched like the first 15 minutes of it, and I must not have been in the right headspace, no pun intended, because I was just like, this is fucking boring,
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
PCU with Jeremy Piven.
I've not seen that.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie?
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. We need to write that down because I want to watch stuff later.
And it's got George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic in it.
Ooh!
Yeah,
I like some of their stuff.
And who's the guy? Who's the main guy?
Who's the guy in it?
No, the main guy.
Yeah, who's the main guy?
The guy who's the Avenger guy, the director, who was the show.
Josh Whedon?
No. The
James Gunn?
I can't think of his name. He was Tony Stark's chauffeur.
The Vision? Before he was Vision?
No, not him. The chauffeur.
The chauffeur. Happy. Oh, yeah. Jon Favreau.
Him. And he's a bigwig.
Really?
Oh, you need to see him in PCU.
Write that shit down.
Okay.
I need to, yeah.
He's like a fat teenager with dreads. Legit dreads.
Actual
dreads where I
gotta watch this.
It's beautiful.
I have to watch this movie.
It is a beautiful, beautiful movie. PCU.
All right. I have to watch this movie now.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see. The movie Smiley Face. Okay, here's kind of. I don't know what it is. I think, in my opinion, I think weed movies have to be designed with 2+ people in mind.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, there's a Cheech and Chong, in Half Baked. It was basically just Dave Chappelle and his friends.
Yeah.
In Pineapple Express, it's Seth Rogen and James Franco, and they're playing off each other.
You know, that's a good point, because if you have a singular character weed movie, that's too... it's too much. That's too paranoid.
Yeah. No. Because here's the thing.
That would... Oh! No.
Yeah. The Paranoia?
No, the movie. The one that turned into a play. The
Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness.
I love
Reefer
that.
Madness is what happens when you create a weed movie without a cast of characters, where it's kind of singularly focused.
Well, even then, they still had multiple in Reefer Madness the musical.
Oh well, the musical, yeah. Well.
I love Reefer Madness the musical because it's so funny. Because a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's taking these, the misconceptions of the past and just bent and twisting them around.
The original movie is riot.
Yeah, the original Reefer Madness is insanely funny. It's like one joint and you just become this ravening madman.
Yeah. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Exactly. And it's like, okay.
Now if there's PCP in that joint, yeah.
Exactly. If it was a Sherm, if it was a Sherm, that makes sense. Yeah. But I'm looking at the original Reefer Madness going, it is a Jekyll and Hyde effect, but not what you think it is.
Yeah, it'll make you attack a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah, exactly. So, Reefer Madness, the musical, it is one of my favorite movies of all time. I need to ask my friend to get me a copy. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Because, actually, my favorite song in it is, it's towards the end.
Oh, you're talking about the musical,
The
right?
musical.
Yeah.
My actual favorite song in the Reefer Madness musical, and if I can get in with the guys that run, go ahead.
Thank you.
If I can get in with the guys that run this space for, the next movie night, I'm going to suggest that for, say, the next 420 or whatever weed-related holiday there is.
Well, they can put it on.
Exactly. They can do a shadow cast of it. Oh, my God.
Why not?
Oh, I'm going to suggest that so hard. So, my favorite...
Because they're all white and trendy anyway.
Yeah,
so,
whatever.
They ought to dive all over that.
So, why not? My favorite song in it, and this is going to go into some pretty debauched territory, mind you. It's the I think it's called Little Mary's Sunshine. It's towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
The main characters is there's Mary Lane. Not joking. that is not a joke. Then there's Jimmy, who's the main-ist character. He's the guy.
Jimmy.
Yeah. So hang on, I gotta look this shit up. Is Reefer spelled with 2 E's or 2 F's? Okay, because I keep fucking that up. I can't never remember if Reefer is 2 E's or 2 F's.
I haven't lived in California for 13 years. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, and it was bad out there.
Yeah. You tell some stories while I'm looking up the cast.
I'm gonna tell you something.
So 2005 had Alan Cummings in it.
We're living about 15 minutes north of the Golden Gate Bridge. We're from the East Coast. This is about 20 years ago, and So there was this guy that lived in the park, and he was the son of the people who managed it. He had an apartment off to the side that had like a real big fenced-in backyard.
Are you talking about? Oh my God! Yes.
Anyway, go on. So he was like and I love to cook, and he was a graduate of the Culinary Institute of Sausalito. And so he was a single guy. Yes. Okay, he had put what money he had. It didn't go into a relationship or children. Clearly. Or rent for that matter. But anyway, so he was a trained chef, basically. So he was like, "Hey man, you want to come over?" And so I was like really, I was like really coveting his kitchen. Yeah, he had his kitchen set up exact. I was like, "Oh man, this is so cool." He was like, "Hey dude, you want to see my kitchen garden?" And to people that don't know what a kitchen garden is, if you're a cook, it just means you have your own garden. Yeah, grow your own herbs. You grow your own herbs. You grow your base herbs like basil and shit. Yeah, and you grow some basic vegetables. Yeah, okay, nothing wrong with that. So we go out the door. We got the door to his backyard, and there's like a 10-foot 10-foot fence all the way around. And it's a paneled wooden fence. Like a privacy fence. Yeah, like a privacy fence. And he takes you out to the garden. And I just walk out the back door, and there's like 15 to 20 5-gallon buckets, and each one of them has a marijuana plant in it that's at least 8 to 10 feet high. Jesus! Getting ready to flower? Yeah, getting ready to Christmas tree flower. Jesus! And I started having a panic attack. Why? Because I'm from this side of the country. You don't have that sort of thing out in the open. No. And I started breathing real fast and hyperventilating and sweating. And all I could see was people don't understand. When I was in high school, there was a guy, and he is a very honorable dude. It was against the law in this area. He wasn't a complete dick about it, but he was like, "We're going to stamp this weed out," and he did. He got a helicopter, and they knocked a bunch of weed out of this area. When I was in high school, I wasn't a weed head because you couldn't get your hands on it. Thanks to this dude. And all I could see was that guy and his squad coming over the wall, and I just started backing up, and I was having a panic attack and thinking about kicking this dude's ass at the same time. Because he just implicated you. Exactly. I was complicit. How dare you, motherfucker? And he was like, no, it's legal. Cool. I was like, God damn, Steve, what are you doing, man? This is not cool, man. It's too early to pan pot players back here. I'm serious. I was having a come apart. And he went, hey, calm down. And he said, he looked at me, and he literally looked, he's like, look at me. He said, we'd only been living out there maybe 6 months. Oh, 6 or 7
that
months.
Explains it.
So, and he went, it's legal here.
It's okay.
And I'm backed up against the wall. Okay. All wide-eyed and breathing heavy.
Pearl clutching.
Yeah, pearl clutching. What? What? He says it's legal here, man. He said it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. So he kind of talked me down. Good. Talked me down off the ledge because I was gonna kill him.
Good. As any issues we've had with him in the past, that means he's cool.
He was cool.
Because he's like, look, these guys just blew in from the east. Yeah, they don't like, have the same.
I don't have the my culture is different. The laws are different. Mm-hmm. Where I come from,
that's a problem.
That's a big problem. That's like 5 years and
5 years minimum
in jail. Yeah. Okay.
That one plant. Just by 7 of them.
Just getting caught near.
Yeah, that's 5 years.
More than 3 plants. Yeah. And he had like 20. Yeah. 8 foot high. Yeah, that was a big deal. Yes. Where it's not as big of a deal now in this area. No. But 20 years ago it was. Yes. And when I was in high school, it was a huge deal. Huge deal. So I grew up on that.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Like, hey, it's,
No, it's cool.
It's cool, man. Yeah. It's legal here.
That's kind of the same reason why I watch that YouTube channel, That High Couple. It's not just because of the unboxings of just straight flour.
Oh, I get it.
It's just the fact that they have that's their culture now.
Right.
The fact they can go to a drive-through dispensary and say, like, they can just say shit. There's an actual video where they like go to a dispensary and they're like, hey, I'm looking for something that helps me sleep, but I don't think that I'm about to get arrested. Do you have anything like that? And those folks at the dispensary think about it and they talk to each other. And then they're like, hey, have you ever tried Chewy Wookie Skywalker? And they just put a jar of vegetation right in front of them.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I ended up in a couple of them. I mean, you know. And
I'm just
like,
staring.
There was this blonde chick. And it was like being in a jewelry store. There was this glass case.
Yes.
And there was all these edibles in there. And different kinds of weed. And there was
like pots.
There was a big whiteboard of it. It was like purple rhino, purple T-Rex, diesel, you know, all this stuff. And then right behind this chick, there was at least 100 pounds of primo weed. Primo in these totes that they were separating, and it just...
And you were just staring at this like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly the same reason why I watched that YouTube
And I knew it was
channel.
legal, but I really had to fight the urge to just start running.
Yes. Exactly. Oh no, I'm still kind of in that too, because when I like see the like videos on that channel, I gotta have to like have my headphones in. I'm like in the corner of my room because it's like, okay, I'm inside my house. It's just a video,
right?
But I still have the safety search on. You know what I mean? Like I got the VPNs on to watch this fucking video with these couple out in LA.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? Good for them.
Yeah.
They found a way to make a living.
It's legal.
Yeah. Look, they found a way to make a living smoking weed. You know what? That's like top tier right there, in my opinion.
They fell into it.
Yeah.
It's not like they sat down at the dining room table and went, you know what, George? We're about to go bankrupt. We need to figure something out. Let's write down a plan.
Yeah.
No, they just did it.
They just did it. Yeah, good for them.
That's what I tell people. Just figure it out. I mean, hey.
Just figure it out.
Find the thing that you like to do. And just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
Make your money off it. They're clearly, these guys like to smoke weed. Guess what? They have an entire YouTube channel dedicated to it.
Yeah.
So they get sponsorships.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part to me. It's like, it's not just the fact that it's legal where you live, is you get sponsorships.
Yeah.
To do the unboxings and touring the warehouses and all the other shit. So that was like that was like a new wrinkle in my brain moment right there.
Right.
I'm trying to think. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah.
Reaper Madness.
Reaper Madness. Okay, so the main cast, the two primary characters, you got Jimmy Harper. You got Jimmy. You got Mary Lane. That is not a joke. You have Alan Cummings, who's like the narrator / dude.
Oh,
that just
really?
Yes. He just kind of pops in as like random characters every now and again.
Crew cut and that big nose of his.
Yes. Actually, he's dressed like. Actually, bizarrely enough, in the movie, he is literally dressed like Stephen Colbert.
All right.
That is not a fucking joke. It's like Stephen Colbert from like the Looney Tunes universe almost. Awesome. And he pops in as like different characters throughout the play, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Then there's the people that live in the house. There's like Miss Poppy. She was like the head lady of the house. There's Jack. May. May. There's Ralph. There's Sally. Jack. And here's the thing, Ralph?
Yeah.
You know who he's played by?
No.
I'm going to read you his name. I want you to figure out if you can figure out who this dude is. John Cassier. You know who he is?
What? How do you spell the last name?
Kassir. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but still.
Yeah, but that's
very specific.
That's Russian. That's Slavic.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what he's most notable for?
No.
He's the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, the voice.
The voice of the Crypt, and he's in. That's it. And he's in Reaper Madness, and he does the exact voice.
Is he the one that's smoking? And grinning and
yes,
going,
that's him. Ralph is first introduced, here's the thing, they're like in the house, they're showing, Jack is like an old 1940s, like 1930s, 1940s gangster. He's basically the drug dealer. Yeah. May is his woman who he abuses because, of course, weed makes you that level of violent. Right. There's Sally, who I think is like the live-in prostitute or whatever.
Even better.
And Ralph is like the assistant. And they have like a small cornfield, like in the backyard of this house of weed, like an actual row of weed rows, like you grow corn.
Okay.
I don't know if this is legit, but whatever.
Back then,
sure, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. It was Victory Gardens.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they had weed growing in their Victory Gardens, and the introduction of Ralph is like, there's like some chittering, like, hee in the row of weed.
Oh, that's too funny.
And Jack takes out this little revolver and starts shooting into it, and it's like, ah, ah, ah! That Crypt Keeper voice just echoes out, and you're like, oh, this is about to be fun! Oh, my God. And there's a song with him... Mm-hmm. And Mary Lane later, it's called Little Mary Sunshine. Spoiler, it's when she gets introduced to pot in this world's universe.
Right.
And just becomes like this perfect... She goes from this like perfect 1930s, 1940s, like wearing all pink. She's just the perfect Protestant child. Poodle skirt. Oh, no, wait, she's actually Catholic. She's like the perfect Catholic young lady.
Like a Catholic schoolgirl.
No, but the church they go to is Catholic. Because there's confessionals. No. All right. She's not dressed as a nun. Yeah, I know. It can get really weird going in that direction, but they don't do that. So that's when she gets first introduced to it. And she goes from this just sweet angel. She just wants nothing but the best for her and Jimmy. And they're, Jimmy's off the rails. And she just wanted to figure out what's going on with Jimmy. Why doesn't he love me anymore? Or something like that.
Right.
And then she just becomes completely unhinged. To the point,
detention officer at a women's prison.
That's actually not far off. And she gets so unhinged that it spooks Ralph.
Right.
The guy who's supposed to be the maniac.
Oh, really?
That's how that song goes. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing in the universe.
Does she become promiscuous?
At the least.
At the least.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Collector.
That is my favorite song in the play. That one right there. It's like, this is amazing. Just how those two play off each other. It's a short moment, but it's brilliant. Yeah. So, they could have, on the 420, they could have played Reefer Madness, any number of these, but they picked The Big Lebowski. For 420. I swear. If there's a separate universe...
I don't remember any weed in that movie.
Not really. I mean, the dude drinks.
He drinks.
Sure, that's not a surprise. Sometimes he has, like, roaches, but it's not explicitly said...
Oh, yeah.
There's not... Right. He doesn't explicitly say, like, hey, man, this is like...
He don't roll anything.
No.
He doesn't expound the virtues of weed or anything.
No, all he does in terms of that is, like, he has, like, a couple of roaches that he smokes with hemostats, and every now and again, like, one goes down his throat and it burns him. Like, that's it.
Okay.
So...
All right.
It's not like Half-Baked where they're, like, involved.
Right.
I swear to God, if we were living in the universe where it wasn't trendy to hate Dave Chappelle, they would have played a Half-Baked.
Probably.
Because in my opinion... Now, I may be biased because I saw that when I was, like, 13, 14 years old, but it's, as far as weed movies go, that's probably my favorite.
Even if you weren't into weed.
It's still good.
It's funny.
Yeah, exactly, because it was written by Dave Chappelle.
To a point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hungry girl.
Yeah, that's on you.
Hey, that's a line in the movie.
Yeah, I know it's a line in the movie. Hey, chill. Easy.
Yeah.
So that was basically how I quote unquote celebrated 420. I was very underwhelmed by The Big Lebowski, and that's fine.
That's fine.
Like I said, like Quentin Tarantino, they said that the next time they did movie night, they were thinking about having Pulp Fiction instead, and I was like, I'm there, because before they played The Big Lebowski, they had party games.
Okay.
Like, they had these big inflatable bowling pins and a big inflatable bowling ball, and they bowled.
Okay.
You know, so that was their party games, and, you know, they did, like, hot potato with the bowling ball and whatnot, because why not?
Why not?
You know, bowling...
They're high. What difference does it make?
Yeah, there's fucking difference does it make. Yeah, everyone's dressed like the dude, except for me, who's just dressed like they're high, but I'm not. I kind of wish I was.
Maybe what?
Maybe that would have made it better.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Grateful Dead. You can only enjoy their music as long as you're high as fuck.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Oh, yeah, that's why I'm not a deadhead. Like, look, I like Jerry Garcia. I think he's a great guitarist.
I met his acupuncturist one time.
Indeed.
Anyway.
So, but at the end of the day, I'm not a Grateful Dead fan.
Okay.
No. So,
if I was tripping acid, I'd probably enjoy it too.
No, honestly, if I was gonna be doing that, I'd rather listen to Tool just so I can just to get it out of my system.
Sure.
Specifically, the the Larry album. It's this one. Where the fuck is it? This is like the one album of theirs I can't pronounce.
There were no vegetables harmed in the making of this episode.
What? Oh, shit, I just had it. Nope. That one. What?
Lateralus.
Ah!
Lateralus.
Thank you.
I'd like to solve the puzzle, Pat.
Indeed. Sometimes I just don't bother, and I just call it the Larry album.
Sure.
Because why not?
Why not?
Anyway, so that would be the album, because that I think that one was designed with that in mind lyrically. If you listen to it,
okay.
You know, but not to get into Tool, because God knows I talk about that enough.
Yeah.
So that was my 420. Yeah, I was actually tipsy, and the Big Lebowski still was not doing it for me.
Right.
Like, you have to try, like, people who are inebriated in some way, shape, or form, and they're still bored.
There are guy movies, and there are chick movies.
Yes.
And there are chick movies disguised as guy movies.
And there are guy movies disguised as
chick movies.
Magic Mike is definitely a movie that's, it's a chick movie disguised as a guy movie.
Well, it's guys, young guys taking their dates to the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
That if they weren't on a date,
they wouldn't go.
The majority of them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know there's more choices being made available.
Oh, I know
based on people's
I get it.
tastes and choices in life.
It's
definitely a movie that,
it's
I want to see some. I want to see them. I mean.
I get it.
I want to see them go to the movie by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Not in a group, not on a date, not with another person.
Just go. Yo, I get it.
I dare you.
I get it. I have not seen a lot of the first Magic Mike. I haven't even seen the second one. But I remember it being advertised as like, oh, we finally found a way to basically have a stripper show in the theater. Woo! And I was just like, what the fuck is this? But actually, the movie, instead of it just being like, hey, what's better than dudes being bros? Stripper dudes being bros. It was like, okay, there's a part where they're all basically male strippers, and then...
I wouldn't know.
Oh, I know. But the other part of it was the other half of the movie was the complex intricacies that goes into being a stripper. I don't mean like, you're shopping for... cologne or anything. I don't mean that. I just mean, like, there's drug problems.
Do these shorts make my ass look bad?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the emotional...
I have no idea.
The emotional breakdown of other human beings as they debase themselves.
I think guys are ugly as hell.
No, I get it.
I mean...
I'm just saying, I wasn't expecting it to deal with actual
even the pretty
human...
ones are like, okay, I know you smell.
Yeah.
Okay? I know you've had some cosmetic surgery and you're taking some drugs to make you look like that.
Yes.
But you start sweating, you're going to smell like ass, man.
Indeed.
I am not down with that.
No. I was just not anticipating for it to deal with actual, like, human problems. Like,
they're people, too.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just expecting it to just be a gigolo fest.
I'm telling you, they're just much lean. I played college football with a bunch of animals. Absolute animals.
I believe you.
So, when you get a bunch of dudes in the same place,
shit
there's
goes down.
There's a lot of testosterone in that. Yeah, they're fucking animals. I don't care.
That's basically how Jackass got created.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care how humane the media the media effort makes them.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're a bunch of dudes. A lot of testosterone. They're animals.
Yeah.
Okay, clean it up if you want to and find something whatever. But I'm telling you,
that happens.
That happens.
Fine.
But anyway. So
there you go. That is how I, quote unquote, celebrated 420. I was very underwhelmed. And don't any of you fuckers try to explain to me how The Big Lebowski is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
All right.
Because I just don't care.
Are you water intoxicated right now?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I just do not care. I just do not care about The Big Lebowski. I just don't want to watch it.
Well, I think you were probably set up a little bit.
Probably.
You had a little more expectation of it because you're like, because I've heard about this.
Exactly. Again, I was waiting for the ethos moment.
You're waiting for,
But it never comes. And I'm just like, that's it.
You're thinking Citizen Kane.
Of layabouts or something. But no. But you know what? In terms of a Citizen Kane 4 layabouts, that's probably it.
Sure.
You know what? Let's be fair. So, there you go.
Did he visit a check cashing place?
Hmm?
Did he ever visit a check cashing place?
Not to my knowledge.
And, it doesn't cover the full scope of the experience.
Indeed. Anyway. So, that's basically it. After that, it was pretty normal week. I went to an international festival. I think you and the matriarch did something.
Yeah, I went to a powwow.
Oh, yeah. It was just, we were just on opposite sides of the town, and, I had my fun, you guys had your fun. That was kind of it, really. Yeah, nothing major or destructive happened over the weekend besides just that. I was just
property damage.
No active shooter. Fuck.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That was messed up. All right. We got a couple more minutes.
All right.
Trying to think, is there anything else?
There was no drag to it. I mean, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we did cover a lot of ground.
So,
No, I get it, that. You got anything?
Other than, inflation...
Bullshit.
Fucking $5 for a gallon of gas yesterday.
What?
Up in Appalachia, it just ticked me off.
Why didn't you fill it before you went?
I didn't think about it. Yeah, no, I won't be doing that again.
No, you're not going to do that again.
I mean, I didn't fill up there, but I'm like, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of next level stuff going on.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to challenge that type of thing. But I'm really not interested. I got to deal with it.
We got to ride the wave of it first.
Yeah, I got to ride the wave of it. The stock market dropped about almost 1,000 points the other day.
Good.
The Dow did.
Fuck them.
It's coming.
I know.
It's coming. They're trying to make it soft. They're gaslighting people so bad in the media right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I have explicitly told my clients that I train that I am not looking forward to next year financially, because I'm just like,
it's not going to be fun.
Yeah, I am just like, I am in hoard mode right now, as much as I can be, because I still like buying shit, which is just an intrinsic value to me.
Yeah.
I just like I just like spending money. I would be like the greatest gold digger if I had no empathy.
Well, I have noticed something very interesting about food stuff, because I do the shopping.
Oh yes.
Like prior to the previous box of pasta, I usually buy it. It was like 16 ounces for the generic brand.
Yeah,
okay,
let's
just say $2 for a 16 ounce box of pasta.
Yeah. For the generic shit.
For the generic stuff. So yesterday I went and bought a box, same $2 box of pasta, but instead of 16 ounces, it had 12 ounces. So,
So
one of the more positive things is that people are going to start eating less.
Yes.
They just are.
Yeah, they just are.
They just are.
Yeah.
For the same money, based on the current rate of inflation, it's costing people anywhere from between $400 to $500 extra a month.
Shit.
That's why I don't smoke cigars anymore.
No.
Because that money goes to the food budget now.
Yeah. That's fine.
And that's fine.
You don't need to be doing that all the time anyway.
I need to be smoking a cigar a day anyway.
Yeah.
Not right now. And I mean, I still could.
But not right now.
I still got enough disposable income where I still could, but I just don't feel right about it.
No, I get it.
I'm like, I'm bitching about paying $8 more for a 20-pound bag of dog food than I did a year ago, and then I'm going to go spend $30, $40 in a cigar shop.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wasn't raised that way. I'm not wired that way. It would just bug me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so I really
that's also why I took over a little bit, like about, I would say 10-15% of shopping, because I have meetings at my gym like once a week with all the trainers. Right. And I like to go to the local bougie grocery store because they're $5 sushi Wednesdays.
Right.
I go there because, for average run-of-the-mill grocery stores that have the $5 sushi, I'm getting like 10 pieces of it.
Yeah.
But at the bougie places, I'm getting anywhere from 10 to 14.
Right.
For the same price.
For the same price.
So, of course I'm going to the bougie store.
Yeah.
Plus, while I'm over there, I can, grab a bottle of, say, kombucha, which is, the major...
Which, for some reason, it's almost half price over there.
Exactly.
In the big chain stores.
Yeah, for some reason, it's at least
$2. No idea.
Yeah, for some reason, it's at minimum $2 cheaper.
Yeah.
And if they have sales, on their staple crops, I think one time they had, these 3-foot zucchinis. It was buy 2 for $3 for a 3-foot zucchini for 2 3-foot zucchinis.
Yeah,
that was pretty decent. I was like, heck yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So I'm picking up the vegetables that are on sale.
People are going to eat less.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Spurlock's Super Size Me.
Yes.
The reason that people were getting it's just that people were eating everything they were given. Supersize and pass it out the window, and you Spurlock for screwing up the prize system. But
yes.
Anyway,
we get your point, but why the fuck did you add
when you got a little extra, people will eat it.
Yeah.
And what's happening is this belt tightening, this economic. I'm trying to find a positive spin. I think we've just ran out of notches on our belt.
Mm-hmm. We got to tighten it up. And guess what? That is part of my job.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm just hoping by the end of this year, through hell or high water, I have a functional, technically second job with the whole market thing that we're doing. Because I'm not looking forward to next year, in terms of trying to get people to train with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It might be worth looking. I got a friend of mine that found some really good websites about doing work at home stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah,
I'm not afraid to do that.
Yeah. So,
I would actually prefer it because then I can save up, get a really fucking just a laptop that can fly basically.
Yeah.
And if I can do a remote job, I can take the laptop and go to the mountains and do my job up there.
Yeah.
You see.
So,
or go to a different state altogether.
I'm real curious as to what's going to happen with the. What is it?
Today is the 24th.
So 6-7 months from now, when the election comes,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen. I'm curious.
I am curious.
But we are almost to May,
mm-hmm.
and everything that I've looked at says that there was a major move this past week. Like I said, when the Dow dropped 1,000 points, almost 1,000 points.
Yes.
It's going to fight back up, probably go back up about 400 or 500 points, and then it's going to roll over again. And this summer, June, July,
yeah,
if it waits that long, then that's when this major down leg
is going to go.
But I don't know how, even crypto right now, a lot of cryptos they just, in my opinion, finished an Elliott Wave 1. Mm-hmm. And you and I are going to be talking about how to deal. We are trying to trade in the middle of a correction wave, which is a wave 2 right now. Mm-hmm. So there's still a 3 and a 4 and a 5 to go.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. Most crypto has been dropping since November. Since November, November.
My thing is just, I don't mind doing all this stuff. I'm just tired of being blindsided by something that I wasn't prepared for.
Well, technically, we should not be in the market right now.
No, I know. But you know what? Fuck it.
I know. I mean,
we're not doing anything stupid,
No.
But at the same time, it's like, I'm basically sending about...
I'm wishful thinking. Wishful thinking has cost me $300 last week.
It's okay. We're going to get better at it.
We are. And I'm going to get more disciplined.
Yes.
And stop fucking around.
Yeah, because we need to. Yeah, especially for next year, because I want to be able to pull like an extra $500 or to $1,000 a month next year doing this stuff.
That would be... Yes.
Because I'm just like, I just don't want to be in a situation where it's like, okay, do we have to consider do we have to consider like stamps or welfare,
Oh no.
I know we're not in any danger of it.
No, we're nowhere near that.
But I'm also on the whole thing about please don't make me go out and advertise for my gym because I hate doing it.
Right.
So
I understand.
So all that
that's what's going on.
Fun.
And when the big break comes, and then we'll,
Yeah.
And that's another thing that it dawned on me this past week. All these books that I have are on stocks, and we're trading crypto.
Yes.
So I need to get some more books on crypto.
Oh yeah.
Some more information on crypto. And crypto's new, so
yeah.
And a lot of these whales, quote unquote whales, they don't know anything about trading stocks because the biggest reason that they have what they have is because they, like I said,
some of them
a lot of them are just
out.
these old these people that had like an old gaming system, set up in the back, and they
churned out crypto.
They're just mining crypto, and it didn't take the majority of them, So.
Now, granted, we're going to get there too.
But
the problem is,
they don't know when it comes to trading the market. They haven't got the slightest idea of what they're doing.
They mine crypto, not trade it.
Yeah,
that's different.
And they traded during and kind of what you and I got trapped into last year because because of what we made. Mm-hmm. We were at the tail end of it. There's a nice quote in that book that I'm reading. It says, "Don't mistake brains for a bull market." In other words,
what do you mean?
In other words, don't mistake brains for a bull market. In other words, don't make the mistake of thinking you're smart when everything is going your way. So you think
everyone's successful in a bull market.
Everyone is successful in a bull market.
Got it. Okay. I can deal with that.
And that's what's going to cost people a lot of money. In the next year and a half. Because they think they're smart. But what they don't realize is, and some of them are, but the majority of them are not, because they have not put in the time that we have. They have not put in the study that we have.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is they're so used to winning, they're so used to making money,
that they're not going to understand what's happening.
They're not going to understand what's happening. They're going to wait. They're going to expect this turnaround to happen any minute because that's what it's done the last couple of years, but it's not going to do it in the next year and a half, 2 years.
No, it won't.
Okay, if you don't have, and when the whole thing is over.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jamie Dimon, who's the president of the largest quote unquote bank. In the world.
Yeah.
He says when it does turn around, and it will.
Yes, as all things do.
He says it'll be the greatest buying opportunity since the Great Depression. So that means then we'll start a massive bull market, and we will be right in the beginning of it. And then when you'll make money not being smart, but we'll be smart because we are basically surfing this wave down, bear market down.
Yeah, because I'd like to be a millionaire by the time I hit 30.
I think you got a legitimate shot at it.
good. Because here's the thing. I don't mind working. And I've said this numerous times. I don't mind working. I love being a personal trainer. But at the same time, I'd like to do my own thing. Yeah.
I mean, and I've been...
If I can just make...
I've had a job for... Jesus. Oh, my. I've had a job for at least the past 40 years.
Yeah, exactly. So...
And I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready to retire.
I'm ready. Yeah. And I'll help you.
Retire from a time clock job.
Yeah, from a time clock job. Day trading, that's something else. If we could just live and just do day trading and that be the income, then yes.
Yeah, that's a job.
Yeah, that's a job.
Right, you know.
Technically, it's a remote job, and those are all the rage now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're fashionable. Woo! All right.
Too cool for school.
I'm very tempted to make ramen right now.
That's not a bad idea. I got some eggs.
Oh, I know you do. Anyway, so. All right, I'm good. You good?
Woo!
All right.
I'm great.
Oh, we got some chopped broccoli we can put in it, too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, so, where's my paper? I genuinely have this written down because I know I'm going to fuck it up at some point. So now I have it written down so I never do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.